Good afternoon, CSC family. This is Brett Bush with the second edition of Open Mic. And today we are honored to have our very own Miss Priscilla Mosqueda. Priscilla, how you doing?
Hi, Brent. So good to see you. I'm doing well. Thank you. How's everyone out there at CSC World? I hope everyone's doing great. Thank you. Staying safe.
Yeah. Well, so that's what we're going to find out. As you know, our objective here is to just have a little fun and introduce our CSC teammates to each other, and have an opportunity to kind of talk a little bit organically and learn a little bit about you.
Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you
All
for
right. So, where are you from? Tell us where you're from and what's going on in your world.
Well, let's see. I'm a California native, born and raised in LA. So I am a city girl.
Ah.
Yeah, but I moved out into the suburbs when I became an adult. So the city life got a little fast for me, so I had to venture out.
Ah, okay. A little too much for you, huh?
Well, no, it's just I had kids, so I just wanted to have a backyard.
Ah, okay, okay. I can feel that.
Mhm.
So since you once you moved, and how did you find CSC, and how long have you been with CSC?
Well, let's see. In 2017, I graduated with my master's degree in sports administration, and I wanted to work in the sports world.
Okay.
And actually, I saw it was on the news, they promoted the Rams were hiring. So I thought, oh,
Hmm.
I called, and it was CSC was hiring. But they were hiring to work with the Rams or alongside the Rams. So that was back in 2017, and and I applied, and then I said, okay, I'm going to give it a shot, and I did, and I just have been having a great time since.
Ah, so do you feel like you got tricked? Because you said you wanted to work with sports teams, and you answered this ad, and you found out, well, wait a minute, in a roundabout way. Do you feel like you got tricked?
For one instant, I did. I really said,
Uh-huh.
I have a graduate degree, and I'm going to go work as security guard. And I was like, no, I said, well, I'm about growing, and I'm a lifelong student, if that makes
Mm.
sense. So I'm always willing to grow. And so I said, I'm going to give it a shot. And so I did. And just the family, the camaraderie, the energy, I was like, I can do this. So
Mm. Well, you're still here, so it must have turned out okay so far, right?
yes, absolutely.
So you talked a little bit about your other profession, which is in the teaching world. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I am. So I am a PE specialist for K through 8 students and a volleyball coach, but I'm
Uh-huh.
also a master teacher. So I teach others, um, teaching candidates how to become teachers and kind of work with them along and teach them the ropes so that when they get into the classroom, they're comfortable.
Ah, and how big are your classrooms? How many
My,
students?
my average class is about 34 kids, so not too bad.
Okay,
Mhm.
so that's actually small because you're used to working with large volumes of people when you're here with us. So that's probably working with your students is probably a piece of cake, right?
Oh, absolutely. But they're just different personalities because I have so many different grade levels. Every hour is like changing masks. So you teach first grade one way, and then you teach your eighth grade a whole different, in a whole different manner. So it's changing masks, as I call it. Like first grade, third grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, eighth grade, and they're all different.
Yeah. So you're very adaptable.
I am. I have to say that. And right along the lines, I was saying like I'm a lifelong student. So I'm a realtor on the side. I'm a notary public. I'm a loan signing agent, and yeah,
Ooh,
broker's
you got
license.
a whole lot of jobs. And the reason why I went to the adaptable piece, because that's one of our 5 pillars in our CSC foundations. And so you've got the adaptable piece
I
mastered.
thank you.
But you got a lot of jobs.
I do. There are a lot of hats that I wear, and it's because I don't want to stop growing. So I'm always like, what can I delve into next? So that's
Mm, yeah, and that's the goal, is to always evolve, never stop growing, and keep it fun.
correct.
And this is what we're getting ready to do. Speaking of keeping it fun, I'm going to ask you some questions that require 1 or 2 words. I want to call this rapid fire session.
Okay.
So Just say the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the question. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. What's your favorite song?
The Boss, I'm Coming Out.
I'm Coming Out. Oh, Diana Ross, right?
Right.
Hey, okay. What's your dream vacation?
Dream vacation, Bahamas on a yacht, or rather the Caribbean in a yacht.
Uh, the Caribbean. That way you're not restricted to one island, right? Okay. If I say the word Hollywood, what do you think of?
Hollywood Bowl.
I had a feeling you might say that. Uh, dessert or hamburger? Which one?
Dessert.
Dessert. Which
Right.
kind of dessert?
Oh, probably a good fruit tart.
Okay. Fruit tart. What's the color of your toothbrush? Speaking about sweets.
My toothbrush is white with red trim.
White with red trim. Is there any meaning to that?
No, no meaning.
It is
I
what it is, huh?
like red, but if they had a red and black toothbrush, that might be my combination.
Okay. Texting or talking on the phone? Which do you prefer?
Talking on the phone.
Talking on the phone. Okay. What's on your bucket list?
My doctorate degree.
Ah, always evolving and learning, as you said earlier. Who do you admire?
My dad.
Hmm. Okay. And to wrap this up, tell us one of your most memorable experiences here at CSC.
Wow. One of my most would have to be my experiences at the Hollywood Bowl. I think there's just
Ah,
some magic about that place. The energy. I think the energy that the legends leave behind. You just can't beat it. You just
hmm.
you're there.
You know, you're right. There's something to be said about the Hollywood Bowl, and I never really felt it until I started to have those experiences as well. I think, as you indicated, it's a magical place,
It
and it
is.
just leaves you so full after the event is over, and you're just looking forward to whatever the next activity or the next adventure is.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I can go back and I can work until midnight, 1 o'clock, get up at 5:30, be ready for work, and head back to the Hollywood Bowl because I know that energy is just going to keep me going.
Yeah, amen for that. And I know that we are all looking forward to the Hollywood Bowl and the other venues opening up real soon. So I want everybody that's viewing this to stay tuned for our world to reopen. We're seeing small signs, and we're looking forward to making some announcements as they come along. But in the meantime, that's it for this edition. Priscilla, we want to say thank you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you participating in the format and letting the CSC community learn just a little bit more about who you are.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed my conversation with you, Brent. So thanks a million. I appreciate you and everyone
Thank,
out there. Stay well.
thank you. And to all our CSC family, we want everybody to continue to wear your mask and stay ready. That way you don't have to get ready. And we'll see you on the next open mic.